Liberty North High School, the David, missing their star player who may make their first appearance back since her injury, versus Liberty High School, the Goliath, undefeated going into the Eagles' Nest. A biblical matchup between crosstown rivals. Good evening and welcome to the jam-packed campus of Liberty North High School in Liberty, Missouri for tonight's ESPN3 High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Trevor Lair alongside my partner Trey DeGarmo.
Absolutely, Trevor. This is the star-studded matchup we've all been waiting for. It's been the talk of the town for the last week. The rematch of Liberty versus Liberty North. Liberty North's looking to avenge their 5-point loss early in the season and snap Liberty's undefeated season. They're currently 22-0 on the season. It's one of their best records in school history. And let's get right into some keys of victory. Starting with Liberty, number one, they need to play their game. There's a reason they're 22-0. 10-0 in the conference. They're one of the best teams around. They just need to play their game. Get the ball inside, score easy baskets, and don't play good defense. Don't let the other team score easy baskets. Number two, feed Olivia Nelson. She's averaging 15.5 points a game. She's great at driving inside, getting people off the dribble, and scoring, finishing at the bucket. If she's able to get going, they're going to have a great chance in this game. And number three, they need to force outside shots. They have a size disadvantage with Maddie Niemeyer, Rachel Spanauer, Gabby Burns, Jamie Jackson possibly playing. All of them are really good at finishing inside. So if they can force Liberty North to kick it out and try to make three-pointers, that's going to be an advantage for Liberty.
For sure, and into Liberty North's keys, they need to, number one, use their size advantage. Like Trey was saying, they have the ultimate size advantage, towering over the other teams, with Rachel Spanhauer, Maddie Niemeyer, and Gabby Burns all being the tall post that can really get it done and get it done inside the paint. Second, they need to control the pace. They don't need to be in a hurry. They need to just slow down the pace of the game, keep their game, and just keep going with what they've been doing lately. And also, don't let people like Olivia Nelson or Jillian Fleming get the ball, control the pace of the game. They need to have control of the game and not go behind in the late game. And three is they need to take away Olivia. Like you were saying, there is a reason why they're 22-0, and we need to take away Olivia, especially get her out of the paint and keep her shooting the threes.
Absolutely. Olivia Nelson, she's fantastic at driving inside and finishing. And if Liberty North is able to keep her out of the paint, force her baseline, that's going to be huge for them. And we saw it in their last matchup with Gabby Burns taking her one-on-one and forcing her baseline, and she struggled a little bit. And now we're going to observe the national anthem. And, of course, one of the major storylines for Liberty North is Jamie Jackson. We saw her in warm-up. She looks like she is going to play. She's the senior captain of this team. She averages the most points of anybody. And if she is back and healthy like it looked like from pregame warm-ups, that's going to be huge for Liberty North.
Definitely, especially being gone since the homecoming game on January 31st. With her being gone for this long, she's definitely made a big impact on the team with her and her leadership not being there. So if she's starting, it's going to be absolutely insane. So as we're introducing the starting lineups with Liberty, we got number one, Olivia Nelson, senior, the UCM commit. Lots of good things all around. The second person coming out is number 5, Mary Mason, another senior. Then we have Allie Taylor, one more senior, a senior started cast. Then we have number 2, Jillian Fleming. And then number 25, Katie Malahik. As the lights go down, Liberty North Eagles are about to be introduced. Trey, this Liberty starting lineup is absolutely insane. With Olivia Nelson averaging 15.5 or 0.5 points per game with a free throw percentage of .779. She's an overall round player, followed up by Jillian Fleming, averaging 14.27 points per game, and actually a whopping 6.5 rebounds. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that really, and going off their points in the conference for Suburban Red, Jillian Fleming and Olivia Nelson are 1 and 2, and that is fantastic. And number 3, of course, is Morgan Ferrara from Staley. But having the top 2 scorers in the conference is absolutely ridiculous, and that's part of why you see they're 22 and 0 and probably the best team in Kansas City.
Especially. So as the Liberty North Eagles are being introduced, we have number 10, Dylan Fancher coming out. Number 12, Gabby Burns, the senior, going to be one of the key leaders in tonight's game. Next, we have number 30, Maddie Niemeyer. She's our player to watch in this game. Going to be an absolute star. Hopefully we can utilize her size tonight. Then we have 32, Emma Perry coming out. Big three-point shooter for Liberty North Eagles. And then number 40, Rachel Spanhauer, another one of our bigs that the Liberty North Eagles must utilize if they want to win tonight's game.
Yeah, Emma Perry, we talk about her sharp shooting ability. Well, she is currently leading the team with 35% three-point percentage, shooting 6.2 per game, which is fantastic. If the Eagles want to win this game, they're going to need a big performance from Emma Perry. They're going to need more than her 6.5 shots a game, maybe throw up some more, especially if Liberty's going to give them three-pointers. She's the one that you want shooting them.
I agree, and then if they can get that paired with the controlling of the pace, controlling the ball possession throughout the entire game, I think the Liberty North Eagles can get it done tonight.
Absolutely.
So as we get ready for tip, we have number 22, Jillian Fleming, and Rachel Spanhauer going up. Getting ready to kick off this Talk of the Town game.
Eagles going to look to snap that undefeated season for the Blue Jays. Let's get it started.
As Rachel Spanhauer wins the tip, Emma Perry takes the ball, gives it to Dylan Fancher, takes it up, guarded by Olivia Nelson. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see all night, Trey.
Absolutely. Rachel Spain now, we're starting with the ball on the block. She's not going to do much of the ball handling abilities. She's really good for defense and rebounding. They're going to keep her in the low block most of the time.
Yep, as Dylan Fancher passes it over to Rachel Spanhauer at the top of the key. Doesn't look like she's going to take it. Gabby Burns looking for something to happen.
And expect this to be a low-scoring game. You already see Liberty putting the pressure on Liberty North defensively, and that's exactly what happened last game when we had a really low-scoring game, and Emma Perry draws the and one to start the game.
Great job from Emma Perry, going underneath the basket to get that goal.
The basket is good.
Emma Perry, a 74% free throw shooter on the season.
Foul call.
Looks like just off the back iron. Olivia Nelson takes up the ball. Drives up, guarded by Gabby Burns.
And no surprise there.
If Jamie was in, I guarantee Jamie would be on here.
And it looks like Jamie does appear to be dressed to play, but she is sitting on the bench, so possibly they're being very conservative with the minutes they give her.
For sure, especially after breaking an arm. It's a huge injury to come back from for basketball.
Yeah. And it was her left hand, I believe. So she still can shoot, but it's going to be very difficult and a lot of discomfort. And especially with district starting in just a couple weeks, they're going to be very conservative because this game, as important as it is, does not determine district standings.
Though it is a much anticipated game here in Liberty, Missouri. As Dylan Fancher takes it up, takes a shot from free throw line, a little bit short. Olivia Nelson takes on the ball, driving. She started it early, bringing the juice.
Looks like we get a blocking foul called on Gabby Burns. One of the main things to watch is that matchup, number 1, Olivia Nelson, and number 12, Gabby Burns. Gabby Burns, a forward for the team, but she normally guards the other team's best offensive player. And you saw it last time, and she really forced Olivia Nelson into some bad shots and really made her uncomfortable, which is what she's going to have to do tonight. But already starting off with her first foul is not a good start.
Yep, poked out by Emma Perry. Be a Liberty ball. Mary Mason kicking it in to Olivia Nelson. Interesting spread they got going on here, Trey.
Yeah, it looked like Fleming was trying to set a ball screen. But Gabby Burns, the way she was angled her body, it looked like she was not able to get that screen in on her. And so Nelson just said no to the screen and went the other way around.
And knowing Coach Rockers, I guarantee that they've been practicing that all the time at practice, all week long.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't give Olivia Nelson much space to drive. You have to go over top of screens because you don't want her getting behind you.
As Jillian Fleming just goes a little bit short, Dylan Page takes up the ball. Once again, guarded by Olivia. Staying man with her. Eagles trying something out, giving Gabby to the wing. With Rachel Spanhauer going up and missing.
Really good cut. Blue Jays brought help on the ball handler, and that left Spanhauer open. Really nice awareness to cut there, but just not able to finish. And there it is, the Blue Jays scoring. Mary Mason looks like she hit the three-pointer, and that gives the Blue Jays the early lead. And stolen.
Oh, easy drive by Olivia Nelson.
And Olivia Nelson really bringing the pressure, taking advantage of the fact that Dylan Fancher is in and not Jamie Jackson.
Florida looking a little slick there. Gabby Burns takes it up the top of the key.
And this might be when Coach Rockers looks at his coaches and looks at Jamie Jackson and says, we might have to put you out there.
As Dylan takes a shot from top mid-post, a little short. Olivia Nelson trying to start a play.
If you look at the bottom of your screen, the Eagles are leaving number 14, Allie Taylor, wide open on the corner, showing no respect.
Jillian Fleming driving. Number 14 is going to take it. Trey off the back iron.
Well, she had the right idea. If you're going to leave them that wide open, then you kind of have to take it. But that's what the Eagles wanted. She played right into their hands.
Maddie Niemeyer with the sky hook. Easy 2 points there.
And there it is, the size advantage that the Eagles have. Maddie Niemeyer is one of the big players on this team. She averages, it looks like 9.9 points per game.
And as a post, that's great numbers. Especially with many basketball teams, especially in high school, going to the small ball, shooting the three more than driving in.
Absolutely.
As a little fumble happens in the lower block. Looks like it's going to be a Liberty's ball.
Jump ball.
As Jamie Jackson's actually coming into the game.
Yep, just as I predicted.
Taking out Dylan.
Now, Dylan Fancher is a good player. She's really stepped into the role of distributor, but she doesn't quite have the shot or the handle that Jamie Jackson does, and quite frankly, nobody does.
Jamie Jackson being a huge key component. As number 22, Jillian Fleming takes it up. Great defense, I would definitely say.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing you can do about that one. Great offense always beats good defense.
Jamie Jackson with the ball, gives it to Gabby Burns. Considers shooting, gives to Maddie Niemeyer. Maddie Niemeyer trying to do something in the post. Post move, sky hook, and a foul.
And that's good offense from Liberty North. Maddie Niemeyer using the size advantage to draw the foul. And it looks like Liberty has come out in a man-to-man as opposed to the zone you see a lot of women's high school basketball teams using. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to keep up with the fast-paced Liberty North team. And she hits the first one. Maddie Niemeyer, 71% free throw shooter.
Makes both of them.
And that's better numbers than you see from a big a lot of the time, 71%. If every player could get at 71%, coaches would be very happy about that.
Talking to Coach Rockers, he definitely told me that they were doing a lot of free throw shooting during practice. Something that they said they needed to work on over the game. As they give us the ball, Mary Mason.
Yeah, the team free throw percentage for Liberty North is only 62%, which is definitely a number you can work on, but it's also not terrible.
Jillian Fleming with a three. Jamie Jackson guarded by Olivia Nelson.
Hit her with a hard jab step.
Actually makes the cut. Oh, Jamie Jackson's not liking that. Rachel Spanhauer trying to give the ball to someone, gives it to Maddie Niemeyer. Maddie Niemeyer's going to use that big size and stature, getting blocked.
And really good defense inside from Liberty.
Mary Mason takes on the ball, gives it to Olivia Nelson.
Olivia Nelson only with 2 points so far. Jillian Fleming so far carrying the team in points with 5.
As another 3 from Jillian Fleming is good. From way downtown. Timeout.
Timeout, Liberty North High School.
And that's what you can't have if you're Liberty North. You can't let Jillian Fleming get going. There's a reason that she's number 2 in the conference for scoring. She's an excellent three-point shooter. She's averaging 38% from 3, which is fantastic, especially in high school basketball.
Yeah, leading the team with 8 points right now.
And looking at the conference standings, Liberty, of course, undefeated with a 10-0 record, which no one's going to catch that, of course. Liberty North in a second place at 7-3. Of course, they've lost to Staley and Liberty North both in there. St. Joe Central at third at 6-5. Staley 6-6. Truman 5-6. Park Hill South 4-7. And Lee Summit is way below at 0-11. And you can see a lot of room for teams to move around with a couple conference games left, 2 or 3 for most of the teams.
Yeah, especially with those middle teams. Jamie Jackson, guarded by Olivia Nelson, dribbling with that right hand, switching over to the left. Definitely looks like she's trying to favor that right hand.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to see is she's going to go ahead and let her drive left. So you're going to angle your hips and face to the right of your body if you're Olivia Nelson. Make Jamie Jackson beat you off the dribble with her left hand because that's what's going to be uncomfortable for her.
As Liberty North gets a traveling call, Olivia Nelson's going to take it down. Guarded by Gabby Burns. Jamie Jackson on Alex Darting. Olivia Nelson trying to get something going. Jamie Jackson with the aggressive poke out.
Yeah, that's a good way to get into the passing lanes by Jamie Jackson, showing some aggression.
Mary Mason checks on the ball. Gives it to Jillian Fleming. Top of the key.
It was interesting that they left the pass in, and they just didn't even guard her.
It was interesting. It was Jillian Fleming. Quick jab. Trespassing it. Gets it out to Alex Darling. Jillian Fleming drives. Little and rebound Liberty.
And it looks like it was kept in bounds by Mary Mason. And Liberty showing a lot of promise here on the board so far.
Mary Mason from way deep. Short. Gives it to Emma Perry. Emma Perry taking it down, giving it to Jamie Jackson. Jamie Jackson dribbling up, shooting from the right block. Doesn't go in. As there's a scuffle, Maddie Niemeyer, size advantage, jump ball, Liberty North ball.
Now, Liberty's a great three-point shooting team. They averaged 36% on the season, which is fantastic. And Mason just not able to get that one to go, but I think they mostly have the green light across the board, whether it's deep or not, to take those three-pointers because they've been making them.
As Jamie Jackson feeds it to Rachel Spanhauer. Right back to this. Maddie short.
And that's a good shot, the mid-range. That's a shot she is comfortable with and will take quite a bit. And if you're Maddie Niemeyer, you get those more often, then you're going to keep shooting them. And they will eventually start going in.
Especially. As the Blue Jays try to take the last shot, Olivia's going up the middle. Guarded by Gabby Burns.
So I think she's going to wait till about 6 seconds. And then she's going to start making her drive. Yep.
Called it, Trey. As she gives it to Jillian Fleming. Short, off the back iron. Rebound, doesn't go in.
And well played by both teams. Liberty coming out of the first quarter with the lead, 13-6. The three-point shooting was just a little too lethal.
Great game here at Liberty North High School. We'll be back right after these short messages.
We're fine.
Welcome back to the campus of Liberty North High School for your ESPN Game of the Week of biblical proportions as the undefeated Liberty Blue Jays are taking on the Liberty North Eagles.
And that's the value of Jamie Jackson. She's able to take anybody off the dribble. She is a great shooter. She's great at finishing. But her main job for the Eagles is that one that can put the ball on the floor. They have a lot of girls that can pass, but not that many that can handle the ball really well up and down the court.
And we saw that ball handling go right into that bully step from Gabby Burns.
Which is fantastic. That's exactly the types of things that she sets up with her ball handling skills.
As Mary Mason takes another deep three. With the rebound from Emma Perry, giving it across the court to Gabby Burns. Gabby Burns dribbling it back. Trying to put some moves on to Mary Mason. Jamie looking to start a play. Gives it back to Gabby Burns. High-low offense right there. There you go. Easy bucket to Rachel Spanhauer.
That was fantastic. Using your size, that was a great job of finding the open girl down low, using your size, and banking it off the glass. That's what you call stress-free basketball.
Great vision there. As Olivia Nelson passing it around. Looks like they're going to drive some low ball screens to the bottom corner. Olivia Nelson going with the drive. Ooh, nice spin move.
And that's her game. As good a defender as Gabby Burns is, she is fantastic off the dribble. She can deal with the best of them off the dribble. And you see, she looked like she was in an awkward position as we look at this replay. Look, she's underneath the basket, and she still finds a way to hit the glass. I'm not sure how she does it.
Oh, yep. Traveling from Emma Perry.
Got her with the travel. Just got a little bit ahead of herself.
That looks like Dylan Fancher and Maddie Niemeyer will come in for Emma and Rachel. As the Blue Jays will inbound the ball to Olivia Nelson.
Dylan Fancher and number 30, Maddie Niemeyer.
And Coach Price trying to guide his players. Coach Price, of course, was a coach at Liberty North. It was a men's varsity assistant for the longest time, and just got the head coaching job 2 years ago, and has done a fantastic job.
Absolutely. As Katie Malhalik goes up for the easy shot on the block. But like you were saying, Trey, Coach Price has done an excellent job with this whole franchise. You know, going 22-0 on their second year, that's amazing.
And it looks like Olivia Nelson gets charged with the blocking foul. Getting just a little bit too aggressive.
As Dylan Fancher will inbound the ball to Jamie Jackson.
And Coach Rockers for Liberty North, of course, he is another newbie. His first year, and he has done a fantastic job. He got hired, he was the assistant for Park Hill Women's last year behind Coach Neeser. Park Hill, of course, having a good year themselves.
But being familiar with the Liberty North the school because of him being a head coach for the freshman football team.
Yeah, freshman football team that we both played for.
We sure did.
His son, Davis, and his daughter, Addie, have both gone here. Davis currently is a junior who is on the football team, a wide receiver, had a couple touchdowns. So it's really cool to see Coach Rockers able to get the head coaching job at a school where he's very familiar with and his kids go to.
Finally being a little closer to home. As Jillian Fleming gives it out to Olivia Nelson. Mary Mason looking to start something up. Ooh, Olivia with a little fumble.
Took her eye off the ball there.
Jillian Fleming with a three. Oh, in and out. Gabby Burns with the rebound. Almost knocked out of bounds.
Olivia Nelson looks like she's a bit hesitant to shoot so far. She looked like she wanted to, but hasn't quite pulled the trigger on three-pointer yet.
Gabby, quick couple jabs, little pump fake. Gives to Maddie Niemeyer. Maddie Niemeyer looking to do something. Puts the ball down on the ground. Gives it to Dylan Fancher.
Jamie Jackson tried to cut off ball, but Liberty did a good job of getting into that passing lane, not letting Liberty North get the easy baskets and easy passes.
That helps that defense with the man. Spreading the ball out. Liberty North Eagles try giving it out. Traveling call. Jamie Jackson looking very confused.
Yeah, she got tripped up. It looked like she might have been asking for a foul call.
As Liberty will inbound the ball, take it up the court.
And Liberty so far having their way with Liberty North as they lead 17-10 here. We're about halfway through the second quarter. And Olivia Nelson with a sloppy turnover.
Jamie Jackson go for the drive, easy layup, and one.
Got it. Jamie Jackson drawing the contact, making it look super easy. And that's just what she does. And here we look at a replay. She does a great job of leaning her body in to try to draw that foul, and does a great job of controlling her body to make sure she's able to make the basket as well.
For sure. Many high school players, as she misses the free throw, many high school players really don't do stuff like that. They try doing something flashy, something crazy that always results in turnover. Jamie Jackson having that big basketball IQ to do that.
Yeah, Jamie Jackson missing that first one. She's a 69% free throw shooter, which is one of the better ones on the team, so don't expect her to miss too many of those.
As Gabby Burns pokes it away.
Eagles defense showing up here in the second quarter.
Double dribble. Liberty North students actually not happy about that.
And Liberty North just got to slow down. They're trying to move just a little too fast, getting ahead of themselves, losing their dribble.
Yeah, if we want to go back to the keys, they need to control the pace of the game. This game's been heavily possessed by Liberty, and if they can, turn that around, slow down their pace.
Absolutely, they need to slow the game down, make it easier for them, allow them to get their switches, allow them to cut off ball and get the ball down low like they want to. And on the defensive end, it'll allow them to bring help easier and scramble easier on shooters.
As Gabby Burns pulls a charge from Jillian Fleming. Jillian Fleming not being too happy about that call.
Foul call, number 22.
Maddie Niemeyer will inbound the ball with Olivia Nelson playing right on Jamie Jackson.
Yeah, Olivia Nelson, she is a workhorse for Liberty. She does guard the opposing team's best player, and she's playing that full court press. She's the only player that does it. And you got to imagine by the end of the game, she has to be absolutely worn down.
I know I would be. As Jamie Jackson pulls up the three. Oh, just off the iron.
Jamie Jackson shoots 31% from three-pointers.
Liberty trying to get the high-low offense going. Doesn't work. Batted out. Emma Perry coming into the game for Dylan Fancher. Maddie Niemeyer will inbound the ball to Jamie Jackson. Once again, Olivia Nelson coming down for that full court press.
Yeah, and this kind of full court press is when that trail man becomes very important. When you have someone like Maddie, then she's not going to really bring the ball up the court for you. But if you have a trailer like Gabby Burns that can handle the ball well, it's going to be a lot easier for your main ball handler, Jamie, to get away from Olivia, because she won't have to beat her one-on-one down the court the entire time. So kind of use the trail man as a weapon as you can get, a little bit of pressure off the ball handler that's facing the full court press.
As Jillian Fleming looks to pass it in, she's going to give it to Olivia Nelson. Olivia Nelson going to poke around, jab around a little bit. Give it to Jillian Fleming. She's going to drive. Tipped by Gabby Burns with a travel.
Yeah, there wasn't much off-ball movement from Liberty in that possession. It looked like they were kind of going ISO ball. They would do almost a dribble drive type, where Olivia Nelson would try to drive it inside, and if she draws a double team, to kick it out. And Fleming did the same thing, and it just didn't work on that possession. They weren't able to beat anybody or draw anyone any help.
The Eagles doing a great job of guarding that. As Gabby Burns takes the ball down the court, we're going to give it to Emma Perry. Emma Perry's going to take the shoot. Gives it to Maddie. Maddie throws it to Rach. Rach a little too short to get that grab.
And the Blue Jays did a great job of bringing help defense down low. When you know that you have the size disadvantage, that's when you try to go for the steals. Don't let them get the ball inside. And that's what they did right there and force a sloppy turnover. Really good defense down low from the Blue Jays.
As Mary Mason will give it to Olivia Nelson. Olivia's directing her team. Looking like trying to spread everyone out to the right.
She's trying to get an off-ball screen.
Mary Mason's going to give it to
Nelson
Garland.
finally pulling one.
Rattles in and out.
No good on that one.
Gabby Burns going to take it up.
Nelson, a great three-point shooter, shooting 39% on the season.
Gabby Burns with the forced layup. Little tassel down in the post. Olivia taking it calm, cool, and composed.
And do you think they're going to dribble out the clock?
It's looking like it, Trey, but I don't think so. I think Olivia's going to play her game. Looks like she is trying to kill the clock. Just kidding.
And she just did exactly what Gabby wanted her. She went straight to the baseline, which is where Gabby's hips were pointed. Watch what Gabby does with her hips. See how they're pointed towards the baseline like that? That's exactly how she wants to guard her. She doesn't want to let her into the paint.
as Alex Darling will take the last shot. Hits the backboard.
And
That'll be the end of the first half of your high school ESPN3 game of the week, a biblical match between the Liberty North Eagles and the Liberty Blue Jays.
Hawthorne Bank believes in its customers and their dreams for the future.
About 5 years ago, when we had a smaller space and it was time to move, I had a vision for what I wanted, and Hawthorne was the one that could see the vision. Honestly, I don't think it could have happened without Hawthorne Bank.
I'm Kent Peterson, Market President for Hawthorne Bank. We are proud to support Liberty Public Schools and the Liberty community. Hawthorne Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Creating innovative sports content to entertain and thrill our community. Professional broadcast environment for tomorrow's television professionals. And professional service for our district partners and its stakeholders. Niles Media Group. Excellence today. Innovation tomorrow. Exceptional service always.
The foundation helped me.
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 The Learning Enrichment Grant from the Liberty Education Foundation helped us do water quality testing for Liberty Creek water and the water analysis.
Hawthorne Bank believes in its customers and their dreams for the future.
About 5 years ago, when we had a smaller space and it was time to move, I had a vision for what I wanted, and Hawthorne was the one that could see the vision. Honestly, I don't think it could have happened without Hawthorne Bank.
I'm Kent Peterson, Market President for Hawthorne Bank. We are proud to support Liberty Public Schools and the Liberty community. Hawthorne Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Liberty North High School. Score is currently 17-12, the matchup of the year. We're going to check out some replays of the first half.
Yeah, it was a defensive battle, obviously a 5-point difference, which is what Liberty won by last time. Liberty North, of course, doing a little bit better than they were at the half last time. And here Liberty is just showing their offensive prowess as they have Mary Mason hitting the corner three on that one. Obviously, they're a very good three-point shooting team. Fleming with the basket. Of course, Liberty led by Fleming right now with 8 points. And Liberty North, the point distribution has been a little more even as they only have 3 players with 2 points, 1 player with 4 points. That player is Maddie Niemeyer. So obviously not a whole lot of offense going on because the defenses have really showed up tonight.
especially Olivia Nelson getting it done in the paint.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we expected. That last replay it just shows her craftiness, and that's what it takes to be a really good finisher at the basket is craftiness, and that's what she has. She may not be the tallest, but man, she can get it done over some big kids.
And we'll be right back after these breaks.
That's about it. Team fouls, they have 5 team fouls. So they don't have any field goals or anything.
Welcome back to Liberty North High School as we're going to take a revisit of the keys to victory. Starting off with Liberty.
Yeah, the first one was play your game. I think they've done a pretty good job. They've used their advantage with their speed to get inside, and not only use that, but also when they draw the double teams inside, they kick it out to their shooters, and that's how they built some of this lead as they hit a couple three-pointers. Number 2, feed Olivia. They haven't done a fantastic job. Olivia currently only has 4 points, but that's kind of the story of the game, only 17 first-half points. She was only 2 points in both quarters. And forced outside shots, they've done a good job of not letting Liberty North get easy buckets.
And we'll be right back with you guys after these breaks. Welcome back to Liberty North High School in Liberty, Missouri, as we continue this 17-12 biblical matchup of the year between the Liberty High School Blue Jays and the Liberty North Eagles. Let's take a quick look at the players to watch, revisit those guys. For the Liberty Blue Jays, we're looking for Olivia Nelson, only having 4 points currently in the game.
Yeah, she's 0 for 1 from 3. Liberty North's done a great job, and Gabby Burns especially, he's pretty much been taking her one-on-one the entire game. He's done a great job of forcing her into bad shots and also forcing her to pass the ball. Don't let her get inside the paint where she wants. And for Liberty North, Jamie Jackson.
Yep, Jamie Jackson getting some minutes in after coming back from her injury. This game being her debut back in as the game will continue. Dylan Fancher looking to start the game off hot with a quick drive. Emma Perry getting caught up a little bit. Passing it to Maddie Niemeyer. Maddie Niemeyer trying to grab in. Big post move.
And it looks like they're going to call a travel.
Interesting call.
I'm not quite sure I saw that one, but I think the refs had a better view than I did.
I would agree, Trey, as Olivia Nelson will take down the ball. Trying to cross up Gabby Burns. Pass to Mary Mason. Mary Mason with a deep three.
And that's the second deep three she's taken today.
She's not afraid.
I mean, that is good. When you're knocking those down, you feel invincible.
It's Gabby Burns to take up the ball. Maddie waiting for someone to come up. Dylan getting locked down by Olivia. Beating it down. Maddie Niemeyer with the ball again. Trying to do a post move. Watching that pivot foot. Gabby Burns looking for a deep drive. Nothing happened. Emma Perry giving it Rachel Spanhauer. Rachel Spanhauer will swing it back over to Gabby Burns.
And as you see, not a whole lot of dribbling going on. Mostly just passing. And this is the pace we're talking about for Liberty North, is they need to slow the game down, work the ball inside. And for Liberty, their response to that is to double team inside, which they've done good so far.
As we missed, Emma Perry had a wide open shot. Ooh, almost a picked away pass. Want to give it to Maddie. Maddie's going to do another post move.
Draws the foul, and that's exactly what Liberty North needed. It was a good possession. They showed a lot of patience of trying to get a good shot. And Maddie Niemeyer finally just trying to play some bully ball. She stands in at 6'2". So that's always huge to have a player like that, especially she's really crafty about drawing fouls.
As she makes her first free throw. Getting ready. If they can just keep feeding Maddie and she can keep getting these easy free throws, those are 2 easy points for Liberty North Eagles. As she misses the second one.
But if you are Liberty and you get inside one-on-one with Maddie Niemeyer trying to post you up, you do foul her. She shoots like 70% from the line. So I'd rather take my chances with 2 free throws rather than letting her get an easy bucket inside. That's just good, hard physical defense. Nelson showing a lot of jab steps. Trying to get Burns to flinch, but she won't.
Jillian Flemings with the missed 3.
And that's the vision from Nelson, finding the open shooter, just not able to knock that one down. But that's one you'll like to have all day.
Maddie looking to get a quick pass down the post. Oh, she'll take it from the elbow, just short.
And she is not afraid to take that shot. She got her with the pump fake and had an open, probably had about 2 feet of space to shoot it. Good shooters know when they have enough space, and she did, just not able to hit that one.
As Mary Mason will take it from the 3. Rattles in and out.
And the Eagles showing absolutely no respect to Mary Mason. She's over 3 on the game, or excuse me, I think 1 for 4 on the game for threes. Struggling as of late.
Over 3 in this second half. Okay, Burns trying to give it down to the post. Gives it to Rachel Spanhauer. Rachel Spanhauer gives it to Dylan. Dylan thinks about shooting. She's going to give it back to Maddie at the top of the key. Maddie looking to get something going.
And the Blue Jays have been cold so far. They haven't scored in this third quarter. They only scored 4 points in the second quarter. And the first quarter was where they scored most of their points.
As Gabby Burns crosses up Mary Mason, trying to do a post move. Gets her own rebound. Oh, but looks like she stepped out of bounds.
Not quite able to pull the ball back in and control it to get baseline. And that does just slightly go out of bounds.
As Jamie Jackson comes back into the game.
Jamie Jackson.
And the Eagles really need Jamie to find some sort of rhythm. You're coming back. I mean, it's a tough injury, especially a hand or wrist injury, I believe it is. It's really hard to come back from that sort of thing, especially in a game like this. But they need her to contribute something because she is their main scorer. And right there, that's what you need.
Right there. Pick. Oh, fouled hard. She falls hard at least.
Yeah, she gets right back up. Great job of drawing the contact. She has a smile on her face, so she is just fine.
She's feeling good. You know, I mean, first game back, I'm sure it feels incredible, especially in this matchup. Huge matchup between this hound. She'll take the first free throws.
I don't think there was any way that she was going to miss this game.
As she just misses her first free throw.
And I think one of the things we're going to look at after this game about, you know, the story of the game, why whoever won is because free throws. And so far, Liberty North has been decent at their free throw line, but they need to convert a little bit more because you get a low-scoring game like this, every point matters.
Exactly, Trey. As Olivia Nelson will take up the ball. Another big thing to say is for these seniors, for the Liberty North seniors, this is their last home game. And their last home game being the Liberty North game, it's going to be huge. As Olivia Nelson just drives right down the middle, gets an easy layup.
And let's look at a replay. Olivia Nelson showing her speed and her craftiness, going up over Maddie Niemeyer down low. And that's what makes Olivia Nelson so dangerous is it doesn't matter who you put on her, she can make it.
As Emma Perry splashes the three.
And that's what we're talking about. Emma Perry finally shoots a first three of the game, 35% on the season, and she is very willing to take them.
As the Liberty North Eagles are only down by 2, Olivia Nelson's going to try spread out the ball. Shot good from Olivia Tinico.
And right there, that's the answer that Liberty needed, and that got the student section for the Blue Jays very hyped up. The energy right now in this field house is electric.
So loud here, Trey, I can barely hear myself thinking. As Rachel Spenhauer tries to get something going, Jamie Jackson, pump fake, guarded by Olivia Nelson. Oh, poked out. Draws the foul.
And are they going to call it a shooting foul or on the floor?
I believe that was on the floor.
Yeah, I believe that's the right call.
Yep, as Jamie will inbound the ball.
That's her second foul of the game.
Give to Rage. Jamie Jackson feeds it to Maddie Niemeyer. Maddie Niemeyer, thinking about doing a post move. Feeds it to Jamie, but doesn't go through.
Good baseline cut from Jamie. Just needed a little bit more patience offensively from Maddie Niemeyer on the pass. She had the right idea.
As Olivia Nelson overthrows Mary Mason.
And that's sloppy basketball from the Blue Jays, something that you don't see a whole lot from them.
As Katie Chester gets called into the game for the Liberty North Eagles, Jamie Jackson take down the ball. Oh, ball poked out by Olivia Nelson. Olivia Nelson, quick and aggressive. Wow.
And that's what Olivia Nelson needs to do. When she plays that full court press, you got to take advantage of the other team's weakness. And that's Jamie's left hand. Jamie's going to only dribble with her right hand pretty much. So you got to attack that.
The Liberty student section not being happy right now. Very aggressive. Mary Mason looking for a call. No one coming up. Olivia pokes in. Gabby Burns pokes the ball, but sadly doesn't get the turnover. Olivia is setting up the ball of the game.
There is no love lost in this rivalry. It is cutthroat.
You can feel the tension in this room, Trey. As Mary Mason will get guarded by Emma Perry. Jillian Fleming's going to drive, shoot it out, give it out to Olivia Nelson. Nelson's going to give it back to Fleming. Fleming, quick spin. Olivia, a wide open three.
Good perimeter defense from the Eagles. Just need to box out.
Get the rebound. That's 2 rebounds in a row from Tonico.
And good job. Good job from Liberty North. After, giving up a couple rebounds is a bit deflating, but finally getting that last one, you did win the possession at the end of the day.
Boxing out, like they said, they need to utilize their size advantage. Kay Chester looking to get a ball game started. Gabby Burns going to pass it up to Emma Perry.
Oh,
Emma
she's
Perry's
got
gonna
it.
take 3. That's green light, but rattles off the back iron.
Keep letting her shoot those, especially in a 4-point game. Let her keep rattling those off. At the end of the day, you're going to have a better chance with her shooting a three-pointer than you are shooting a contested layup or anything like that with how good she is.
As we have an exclusive interview from Coach Rockers.
Got to make some shots and stop turning the ball over. We're right where we need to be. Like I said, we can put the ball in the hole and limit our turnovers. I like better chances at the end.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Have a great game.
And like the interview just said, Coach Rock was talking about no turnovers.
Yeah, you got to make the most of every single possession if you're Liberty North. Points are really hard to come by, And what turnovers causes is fast break points for Liberty, and that is exactly what you cannot have.
Especially with big drivers like Olivia Nelson. If they can get that quick turnover, easy points. As Jamie
Right
Jackson
there.
takes up the points, easy bucket, quick layup from Jamie Jackson.
Yeah, she's showing her ball handling ability, weaving in and out of defenders, and she's showing craftiness at the rim, almost like Olivia Nelson scoring inside like that.
Trey, it doesn't even look like Jamie's hurt.
No, she looks fine. She just has that wrist tape. You guys can see it. And the Liberty North student section was absolutely loving that. You guys could probably hear quite a bit of it through our mics.
Always loud, proud, the Navy, always bringing the juice. As 32, Darling will take the ball. Being trapped, cornered by Jamie Jackson. Timeout, Coach Price and the Liberty Blue Jays.
Now, Liberty North, they have the right thing going so far. They've overcome a slight deficit that they had. They're right now within 2 points. And, you know, they just need to continue to work the ball inside, get easy points. And right there we have Jamie Jackson, and you could just see the importance, averaging 3.2 rebounds a game. And the defense is very real, 1.3 steals a game. We saw a steal that she had earlier and led to a fast break foul that she got at 12.2 points, leading scorer on the team. And her valuable, I mean, you just can't put it into words.
Exactly. You know, I mean, even being a guard, averaging 3.8 rebounds per game, that's pretty good. Most of those most likely being missed shots and just straight tackling the ball down. Gabby Burns back on Olivia Nelson. Jamie Jackson still in the game. Olivia Nelson's going to slow down the game. Controlling the pace. Trying to get the clock down. Trying to take the last shot. Quick little drive. Fleming not happy with that. Oh, forced shot.
Liberty North ball. Yeah, tried to force that pass inside. She didn't like where she was headed. It just had to force something, and that's what causes turnovers. And right now, Liberty North has 3.7 seconds to make something happen and possibly tie the game up or get a lead heading into the fourth quarter.
As I give it to Matt Niemeyer. Matt Niemeyer will give it right back to Jamie Jackson. Jamie Jackson's going to take the last shot. Oh, off the front of the rim. So as the Eagles lock their wings, get ready for the fourth quarter. It's time to turn it on, Trey.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited for this fourth quarter coming right after the break.
Welcome back to Liberty North High School as we get back with the matchup, the Liberty Blue Jays and Liberty North Eagles.
And did you just notice how quickly that started? They sprinted out and sprinted to throw the ball in. That was crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, Trey.
And it looked like Liberty North was very aware that something like that could happen because they sprinted out with them. That was very bizarre.
Coach Price not being very happy with this call. Talking in the ear of the ref. Interesting. As Matt Niemeyer will inbound the ball. Gabby Burns looking to take it down. Olivia Nelson sticking on Jamie Jackson. Interesting to see.
Yeah, that's going to be like that all game. It was like that last time, and she's going to continue to try to gear up into this fourth quarter. And it looked like Jamie Jackson started to get into the flow of the game a little bit. We'll see if she continues that in the fourth quarter.
And that's what the Eagles need. Good leadership. As Maddie Niemeyer will take it up top of the key. Pass to Jamie. Jamie pump fakes. Going to give it to Gabby Burns. Gabby Burns thinking about the shot. Not a big shooter.
And one really interesting thing, as we discussed this over the break, Liberty North's football team was undefeated.
Oh, easy shot by Rachel Spanhauer.
Perfect. That ties the game up. Yeah, Liberty North's football team was undefeated. They ended up losing in the district finals. But then this Liberty women's basketball team is now undefeated. It's going to be interesting to see if Liberty North can break that record right now. I mean, there's nothing that these girls would like more.
Yep. As we take a look at the previous 5 games.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the previous 5 games on the next timeout, so we'll show you guys.
As Gabby Burns takes the ball down. Emma Perry giving it to Maddie Niemeyer. Maddie Niemeyer looking to start the ball. Gabby Burns looking for something. Going to give it to Jamie Jackson. Jamie Jackson's going to drive. Feed it to Maddie Niemeyer. Maddie Niemeyer shot blocked by Jillian Flemings.
Fleming showing some great interior defense, not giving up on it, and that's exactly what you need.
Great job staying low and getting nothing but the ball. As Jamie will pass it out to Rachel Spanhauer. Giving back to Jamie Jackson. Jamie Jackson, trying to feed the post. Gives it to Maddie Niemeyer with the sky hook. That's what we like to see.
And man, it is a constant battle in the trenches down low right now. If you watch Maddie Niemeyer in each possession, she's going straight to the post and she's turning her back to the basket and she's trying to get that sky hook, trying to get a reverse pivot layup, anything easy that she can get just to use her size. And man, she's been fantastic at it right now.
As I believe the Liberty North Eagles take their first lead of the game. I'm going to give it to Olivia Nelson with the corner 3. Swish.
And that is ice cold.
Oh, Liberty student section loving that. Returning right back the same chant that the Eagles student section just put on. Maddie looking to pass back down. Emma with the pick. Oh, Jamie Jackson wide open underneath.
A little give and go.
Gabby Burns, post move, but doesn't go under.
They had the right idea. Gabby Burns just got in a little bit of an awkward position.
Underneath the basket is never where you want to be. As they leave number 14, Allie Taylor wide open in the corner 3.
This is a very important defensive possession for Liberty North. You can't let Liberty have all this momentum, especially in the fourth quarter, a 1-point game. Liberty North really needs to stop them in their tracks here.
Jillian's going to pass it out to Darling. Get back to Allie Taylor. Allie Taylor's going to give it to Olivia Nelson. Liberty North student section getting really nice and loud over here. Olivia Nelson trying to get something going. Looks like a pick from Jillian Fleming. Fleming, tries a 3 and a travel.
Yep. Easy call for the referee. She was standing right here, and that was a good defensive possession for Liberty North. And you watch the way they attack ball screen. So Fleming goes up, and they put a girl on each side of her. That way, whichever way Olivia Nelson goes, they have a girl ready to force her baseline. It's a really interesting way to play that from Coach Rockers and the Eagles.
And that's just a great defensive scheme. Gabby Burns gets the ball.
And that's how they force Olivia Nelson to only have 9 points right now. She averages 15 and a half.
Gabby Burns with the 3. Oh, not quite, Trey. Olivia Nelson going to take up the ball.
Eagles did a good job of getting straight into transition defense right off that miss to make sure Liberty couldn't get anything going in the full court.
Olivia Nelson trying to get something started. Leading the Blue Jays 9 points.
And you can really feel the tension. It's turning up to 11 right now. Both student sections really going at it.
As Allie Taylor's going to take the ball wide open. Oh, Olivia Nelson with the pump fake. Gives Jillian Fleming. Fleming's going to take it back. Give it to Olivia Nelson. Nelson looking back at the Liberty North student section. Oh, and the Blue Jays clapping right back at them.
And this might be the loudest I've ever heard this field house. I got to be completely honest.
This is so loud, Trey. Want to give it down. Jamie Jackson with the poke.
Really good defense. The Blue Jays showing a lot of patience, not letting the stakes get too high for them. They're keeping their nerves calm. When you play patient, you feel patient, and that's when you play more relaxed.
Timeout, Liberty North High School. Now we're going to look at the last 5 games.
All right, we're going to look at the matchup history, excuse me. The all-time series, Liberty leads it 8-0, so the Eagles are looking for their first ever victory over the Blue Jays. Their last matchup was, of course, on February 21st, and the Liberty won 33-28. And the notable meetings, Liberty won their first ever matchup 45-27 in 2013.
Wow.
So this is a matchup really dominated from Liberty. And what a way it would be to get your first ever victory against the Blue Jays if you're Liberty North in their undefeated season.
And a great precedent to set, especially from Coach Rockers, a new coach for being a women's coach. If he can put this out in the first win, great. As the Eagles' previous 5 games, they played a win against Staley, 33-32. That was a close game last Tuesday. They played Truman, got the win, 39-30. Platte County, 47-31 win, and then they lost to Staley, also 33-31. Going down to Central, getting the dub, 38-34.
Yeah, 4 of those are conference games. And now the Blue Jays, of course, they had Staley, Truman, Platte County, Staley, and Central. Liberty hasn't lost. I don't think that graphic is quite right. We've had some technical difficulties.
Olivia Nelson will take it down. It's once again loud in the field house here at Liberty North High School. Oh, in and out.
Really
Rebound.
good recovery from Liberty North. Olivia Nelson got the defender with the pump fake and was able to get inside, and Liberty North recovered really well.
As a foul's going to go Liberty's way. Coach Price not looking good at that. Looking very upset.
Team 5th foul for the Blue Jays.
Gabby Burns will inbound the ball. Liberty North Eagles spreading the game out. There we go. Liberty pushing Gabby Burns out, side baseline. Interesting to see.
Foul ball, number 5, Mary Mason.
And that was called on Mary Mason. That is her first foul. Liberty getting into a little bit of foul trouble here as number 25, Mihalik, she has 4 fouls, so 1 more and she is gone. And she is really the big man in the middle. Her and Fleming are a really big front court. Liberty North, of course, has great size, but Liberty is not far behind. But if they lose one of their bigs, that would put them at an extreme disadvantage.
Great, especially with someone like Maddie Niemeyer right there. Doing an excellent job in the post. Jamie Jackson trying to slow the game down a little bit. Give it to Rachel. Rachel's going to pivot around. Give Jamie underneath. Jamie's going to get the goal. Easy 2, right underneath.
And that is a fantastic dish from Rachel Spainauer. She showed a lot of patience. She just stood there. She said, okay, I'm going to just wait for one of my teammates to get open, and that's exactly what she did. And she found Jamie, who showed a lot of control, getting her body to where she could make it off the glass. Fantastic, and that gives Liberty North a 1-point lead once again.
And knowing Coach Rockers, they've been practicing that all week during practice. Jillian Fleming looking for something.
Great defense.
Getting it picked away from Jamie Jackson.
And she gets fouled, and Liberty North is in the bonus, so she will be sent to the free throw line. And Coach Half and Coach Rockers over there on the Liberty North bench were just getting hyped if you saw it at the top of your screen.
Jamie Jackson, 12.2 points per game. Once again, looking back at her rebounds per game stat, pretty good from a guard. As Rachel Spainauer gets a rebound, Jamie Jackson's going to get the ball back. Oh, foul from Mary Mason. And it's Liberty's ball.
And Coach Rockers was not happy with that call. He's been very frustrated with the referees all night tonight. And for good reason, because it seems like they have not been getting very many calls their way.
As the Liberty North student section gets amped up again, Olivia Nelson's going to get down, give it out to Alex Darling. Easy 3, swish. Jamie Jackson going to keep up the pace, taking it down, driving the ball while Liberty's still caught behind. Jamie's going to get a travel, trying to get something, trying to follow the charge, but doesn't quite happen. Mary Mason's going to inbound it to Olivia Nelson. There's a minute 43 seconds left. Scores 27-25. Liberty North trail by 2.
And nobody from Liberty North happy with the call, but you have to get over it and play good defense now.
Timeout. Liberty. Oh, it's very tense in here, Trey. Once again, looking at the conference standings, Liberty's 10-0 with right behind it, Liberty North Eagles are 7-3. This game.
Absolutely, and St. Joe Central, of course, just one game or 2 games behind them, or game and a half, excuse me. And if Liberty North loses tonight, they will of course go to 7-4, possibly with another game left. They could end up going down lower in the conference standings. And now look at the team comparison. Liberty obviously 22-0 on the season. We've seen the conference and the records. Points per game, very similar, just about 2 points off. Points allowed is where Liberty really excels, as they only allow 28.6 points per game, which is fantastic. And they're on, of course, a 22-game win streak. Liberty North on a 3-game win streak.
Once again with another quick start here, Trey.
Yeah, that's just very strange. They're trying to catch Liberty North sleeping.
It's a great strategy, especially in this cutthroat game.
Yeah, especially when you get late in the game. They say fatigue makes cowards of us all. So when fatigue starts setting in, you may not notice stuff like that.
That's true. Coach Rocker is being flamed right now. Extremely angry. Screaming at his players, trying to get them going.
And he has done a fantastic job. No matter what the outcome of this game, this is a fantastic game that we have so far. Just a 2-point game. And the Blue Jays are an excellent basketball program. Obviously, you guys know 22-0 on the season, which is no small feat, especially in the Kansas City area where there are a lot of great basketball teams.
Especially in the Suburban Red Conference. Great accomplishment from the Blue Jays.
Foul call, number 40, Rachel Spanauer, her second team.
Mary Mason's going to inbound the ball. Olivia Nelson's going to take it. Gabby, the press. Ooh, a minute, 2 seconds left. Eagles are down by 2.
Foul call, number 12, Gabby Burns, her second.
Mary Mason's going to inbound the ball again.
That is Burns' second foul of the game, so she still has a couple to give and be okay.
Oh, Gabby almost picked it out.
Risky pass.
58.4 seconds.
Foul call, number 12, Gabby Burns.
And I don't believe Liberty's in the bonus quite yet, which may be to the advantage of Liberty North, as they continuously have a chance to steal the ball off these inbounds.
As they try to press, giving Jillian Fleming.
Foul call, number 32.
And we're just going to keep going with this game right now.
Yep, it's going to continue to do this until something actually happens.
And it looks like the Eagles just took out Gabby Burns because they did not want her to foul out.
Gabby Burns going back up. Olivia Nelson's going to take the ball. She's going to run out the clock, or attempt to at least. Dylan playing great defense. Oh, Olivia picks it up.
Timeout, Liberty High School.
Timeout, Liberty High School. Coach Price is going to take it. Try and get a play drawn up here.
And man, this is when they talk about these last 2 minutes of a basketball game takes 20 minutes. Because we're going to continuously see these coaches try to outduel each other in a 2-point game. This is so important to both of these teams. Of course, for Liberty, keeping their undefeated streak, but also Liberty North avenging their loss against Liberty. If you think this game isn't important to them just because it may not matter in conference or may not determine district standings, you're wrong, because you just take a look at the turnout tonight. I mean, clearly this game matters quite a great deal.
Absolutely. This field house absolutely packed. People all around the mezzanine. It's a full house here.
Oh, it's absolutely a packed house, and this is probably the most packed I've seen this field house in years.
I would agree. 2 franchises coming up, and after this game, it's going to be the men's basketball team facing off against Liberty Blue Jays.
Yeah, that game will, of course, be starting after the end of this game. It was scheduled for 8 o'clock, but most likely it will be pushed back since this game has not quite finished yet. And although there are only 38 seconds, that is very deceiving.
Gabby Burns is back in the game. Mary Mason's going to take it in, trying to inbound it. Give it to Jillian Fleming. Fleming's going to give it to Nelson. Gabby's going to foul.
And it seems like they've been trying to foul Olivia Nelson this whole time. That's the girl that they've really been going towards. And that is because she does have a 78% free throw percentage, so it's not like that's the exact girl that you want to send to the line.
But Trey, here at the end of the game, that's what you got to do. Knowing Coach Price, they wouldn't give it up. Olivia Nelson
since
their
the
first
first one. That is very important.
Eagles are now down 3.
And are we going to see something like last time? Liberty North got in the same situation last time, ended up losing by 5, where they had it down really close. So we'll see if Liberty North was able to learn from their past mistake and pull this one out.
Liberty makes the second one.
2-possession game now.
30 seconds left.
Liberty North does not have to shoot a 3, but you do need to get something quick.
As Jamie Jackson drives. Oh, off the foot of someone. Emma's going to take the ball. Oh, foul.
And that's going to send her to the line, which is exactly what you did not want if you were at Liberty.
Especially Emma Perry, a shooter.
She's 74% free throw shooter. And no free throws that she shot this year have been bigger than these two right here.
I don't want to say the game's on her shoulders, but it's looking like it.
You need to get it down to at least a 1-possession game. And this first one is the most important one.
Off the back iron. Rebound Liberty. Going Liberty's way. Oh, shooting some shots.
And that was the one she needed, and just off the back iron, and she has to be kicking herself about that one. She's played a good game. You can't hang your head about that one. You still got 24 seconds left.
As Katie Mitchellek will take the shot. Off the back iron. Forward by Maddie Niemeyer.
Same situation.
Maddie forcing a pass. Intercepted by Jillian Flemings. Liberty ball. This is not what you wanted.
You could not have a sloppy turnover right there, and that's what they did. They needed to get down the court quick, and Liberty did a good job. Fleming did a really good job of putting the pressure on them in the full court, not letting them get to the half-court offense and get an easy transition bucket.
Jillian's going to take a shot. Liberty spreading it back. Making sure North doesn't get an easy bucket underneath. As we're in under the last 20 seconds of the game, Liberty North Eagles trail Liberty Blue Jays.
And Gabby Burns has fouled out of the game.
Gabby Burns getting a standing ovation from North student section. What a miss. Maddie Niemeyer's going to get the ball back. Give it to Jamie Jackson.
Still have a chance.
They're going to take it down. Looking to get something up. Give it to Maddie. 10 seconds left. Maddie's going to drive, shoot. 2 shots.
Oh, man.
These are crucial, Trey.
Well, like I said, you have to make at least 1, preferably 2. Really put the pressure on Liberty.
As she makes the first free throw. So much is on the line. The community. This matchup.
And the Blue Jays will call a timeout. Possibly to ice her, do you think?
I believe so. I don't know why else he would, unless figure out the offensive scheme and hold out the ball.
Well, also for Coach Price, you have to go through 2 scenarios, a make and a miss. Right, so what do you drop? Because you're trying to drop a play that's going to waste the most time possible, but also you want something that's going to be for sure. And now let's take a look at career points. Jamie Jackson, of course, all-time number 2 for Liberty North career points at 784, and she is closing in on Selena Dunn, who has 831. She's going to have to play her butt off to get to that. Right now, she's not thinking about that, though. She's trying to get this W. Kaylee Knutson, Audrey Wood, and Brianna Gist rounding out that list. Liberty North has seen a lot of great women's basketball players in just the 10 years of this program.
Absolutely, Trey. Such a short span. A lot of good players coming out of it. Maddie Niemeyer will take her second shot. Save to put the Eagles back in the game. Blue Jays student section loud. Maddie takes a shot off the back iron.
Oh, and they get a rebound.
Oh, Jamie Jackson with a 3.
Oh.
Short. No good. Olivia Nelson going to take the ball. Ben Howard's going to take the foul. 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Liberty student section absolutely ecstatic. Liberty North not looking too happy.
Wow. What
a turn of events, Trey.
Wow. My heart is beating so hard right now. That was just such an unlikely scenario. Liberty North getting the rebound and an open 3-pointer. But Jamie Jackson, that was her first 3-point attempt since her injury. And you got to think, did that wrist injury right there, did that hamper with her ability to make that?
As Olivia Nelson makes her free throw.
and 0.3 seconds, which is only enough time to tip the ball in. So this game is effectively over.
Trey, this looks very familiar to last game we had.
And it looks like it may come down to the same exact margin.
26-23. Jamie Jackson will chuck it down.
Showing some of the softball skills there.
And that's the game for us.
Wow, Liberty taking a thriller down to the end, 31-26 in a victory. Liberty had a lot of great players in this game, but I think the player of the game honors has to go to number 1, Olivia Nelson. She had 13 points tonight. She started off kind of slow, but as we can see, she came up big. She had a couple free throws to ice the game here at the end. She showed a lot of craftiness around the rim, exactly what we expected from her. Gabby Burns tried to D her up all night. She did a good job, but some players, there's no stopping. You can only slow them down.
Especially a player like Olivia Nelson, an absolute star, leadership abilities inside out through the roof. As we get ready for the men's basketball game, we see some replays. Maddie Niemeyer doing a great job all game in the post, keeping the points up.
Yeah, you really have to give kudos to the Liberty North Eagles and Coach Rockers. They did a great job of executing their game plan. They played great defense. They got the ball down low often, and they just weren't able to come up with it at the end. But you got to give a lot of props to them in the way they played.
Yep, and that's all we have here for you guys at the Liberty North Fieldhouse. Liberty Blue Jays taking the win tonight. Stay tuned for the men's basketball game shortly.